Hey, this is Notser, and this is Wolfenstein II, the New Colossus, the sequel to Wolfenstein The New Order that came out in 2014. This gameplay is very early on. I skipped over the introduction because it is a summary of The New Order, and I didn't want to do that for anyone who's like, whoa, this looks kind of cool. Maybe I want to play it. And if you do, The New Order is great too, so I'm going to leave it up to you to decide if you just want to jump in at the sequel or if you want to play through The New Order before you play through the sequel. So let's talk about the gameplay. It is somewhat of a hybrid. So your health recharges up to 50, and you can have your health overcharged. And what that means is, if there's health packs in the world, you could take it. This isn't a game where you ignore the health pack because you're topped off. No, you take it, and it just encourages you to push forward and play aggressively because you are slowly losing your health. It will normalize back down to your maximum health, and at this point, it's 50 because I'm in a wheelchair. There's a reason I'm in a wheelchair. You've got armor as well. It helps mitigate damage. You've got helmets and body armor and plate armor in the world, depending on your enemy, and that's pretty cool that you can sort of empower yourself for an engagement. You will not be encouraged to run and hide and let your health go back up to full, though. That doesn't exist in this game or Doom or anything like that. So, health, armor, you got your weapons. There is a weapon wheel. You got your shotgun, your assault rifle, SMG. You've got your silent kills. Takedown, you get close to the target, and you can press a button, and you will silently kill them. Clearly, they weren't silently killed there, and I was like, holy crap. Particle effects look great. This is on id Tech 6. This is the same engine that Doom 2016 used, and oh, that is a great game. My game of the year last year. I loved it. Great single player. And this is just more of that goodness, that great control scheme. Engine runs fantastic. You can choose to use Vulkan, which is a competing engine to OpenGL or DirectX. It's really optimized very well, in my opinion. I do, however, notice a couple hitches here and there, and that is not... I don't think that's anything I'm doing. I'm not introducing any performance reduction from my capturing because it's a pass-through, so there's no excuse other than it's a brand new game. It's running pretty good, almost fantastic. I can't really complain at this point. I haven't crashed or anything. I have heard that some people are not seeing their menu, and that's an issue. But other than that, you know, that's just the way it works out. This is how the story is delivered in the game. You also will walk around and you'll interact with people. They all have, you know, weird backgrounds that you need to investigate, and you can choose to do that, or you can just ignore it and push forward. I love how these guys, these Nazi soldiers, they just keep going through this area. Hey, where'd that guy go? Just obliterated. Yet they'll still enter the same area and do it all over again. And I love how the story's just like, this is going on, but you can still see it in the background, and I think that's just so humorous. It's a nice touch to keep it relaxed, keep it funny. Look at this guy, he's gonna try and sneak past. Oh, I think I can get past. No, you're gone. And I don't think enough games do that. They're way too serious. Same with movies, honestly. It's like everything has to be live or die, end of world scenario. Why can't I have a game that is very mature, but also very humorous? And that's exactly what Wolfenstein The New Order was. That's what, so far, Wolfenstein II The New Colossus is. I love it. They're speaking real German. You can have subtitles. You can have them speak English if it's, you know, not comfortable for you. I like that authenticity. Also, they are wearing real swastikas. They're doing all the things that you would expect. Sorry, Germans, you're probably getting censored up the ass, but I'm sure you know how to fix that. I definitely would be doing that. I remember in Wolfenstein, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, I remember asking my dad, hey, what is that? It's a swastika, son. Because I didn't see it in other things. Like, whoa. Yeah, Wolfenstein doesn't censor that. They've never censored it. They've had it showing forever. I think in Wolfenstein 3D, you actually fight like Mecha Hitler. I think he has like Gauss cannons or Gatling guns on each arm and stuff. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. And yeah, this is just great. You'll eat dog food to survive. I mean, there's just so many callbacks to so many Wolfenstein moments and memories. I love it. There's silent takedowns. You've got, and you might have noticed this on the right side of the screen, sort of a quest. If you get a headshot, you see that it's going to be contributing towards something. Or an arbitrage kill or something like that. And in the previous game, that would inform your build. And your build could be stealthy. It could be super aggressive. You could dual wield. And yes, you can dual wield in this game, just not in the wheelchair. Aim down sights, super heavy weapons, boss battles. You've got everything. It feels great. It looks great. It sounds great. There's really no complaints from someone who is seeking high performance, single player FPS shooters for a PC. It's fantastic. I do have it set up really high, and there is a lot of difficulty settings, so you can make it as difficult or as easy as you want. Plus, there's some puzzles, right? This isn't a difficult puzzle. Gee, a flat gear. Maybe I can use that to move my wheelchair, because I can't normally go up a ladder, right? Exactly. You'll have weapons that remove metal objects from protecting enemies, and this obviously makes them more vulnerable. And you can work through it however you want. You want to go full stealth, you can do it. You want to go full run and gun, you can do it. You get grenades, rocket launchers, all that stuff. It's fantastic. And in this scenario, you'll notice you see that little like directional pad thing right in front of me? It's sort of a highlighted cube. That is indicating that I can set a trap for the Nazis to run through and to be obliterated or whatever. But also, by setting that trap, it's going to cause me to have to deal with it as well. So that's something that we have to consider. And so in the New Order, they did a really good job of incorporating the idea that the Germans won the war, and they brought their German... Oh, here's a stealth takedown. And you use middle mouse, and yeah. It's cool. Depending on the weapon you have, depending on the angle or the height of your character, it will do different takedowns. It's very cool in that regard. Later on, you get a tomahawk, and oh yeah. It's pretty fun. But, yeah. The 60s, the Germans won. Everything's in German. You know, the Beatles are recording in German. The Nazis were able to go to the moon and stuff like that. Just great references for an alternative history world. I love stuff like that. It just has so much style, and this is exactly the same. There, boom. I don't know what caused that hitch. You saw it the same as I did. Not a lot of things going on. Maybe the lights in the room. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I just want to, share with you that sometimes there is a hitch. I do have a 1080 Ti. I've got an Intel CPU. This is supposedly optimized for Ryzen and AMD Vega and Radeon. They are on the intro logo screen. So, take with that what you will, but the option screen looked very fair. It had everything I wanted. In fact, it had some things that were only usable by AMD or by NVIDIA. So, I think they put a lot of effort into... Yeah, by the way, my wheelchair. What a jackass. The conveyor belt, and did it look like they hitched a little bit there? Like the game was confused for a second.
Back in the saddle.
Huh. That was weird. Anyway, the gameplay, it's fun. It's really, really enjoyable. I just love games like this. I love games with a lot of style and they maintain it throughout. And the gameplay itself is really fun. That's all I need. I don't need a game that plays for 70, 100 hours. I don't need that. For me, the value comes from the experience, and Wolfenstein, the New Order, and this Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus, deliver on the experience. It's fantastic. Gunplay, story, graphics, everything lives up to it and exceeds it. I hope this was enjoyable. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.